I was just reading it to see what it was before I read it out, and then... Whoa. What is this? I have a cape.
Where am I?
Oh, she's standing on the ground. She's not flirting anymore.
What do you think of my awesome powers? This is what you obtained in exchange for your memories, Master.
You did this, Shinigami? Is this why I made a pact with you? I don't understand any of this. Where are we?
Simply put, it's an alternate universe. It's got that kind of vibe, right?
An alternate universe.
And you don't sound surprised. Come on, it's awesome! You probably think it's cliched, huh? Well, this isn't any old alternate universe. Check this out! Ta-da! This is the Mystery Labyrinth. It's a maze that materializes mysteries from the real world.
Materializes mysteries?
Unsolved mysteries become lost to time, right? Well, here, they actually take shape as a mystery labyrinth. Now, this maze is the materialized form of the unsolved murders that took place on the Amaterasu Express.
This maze is the mystery?
I have the power to interact with this mystery labyrinth. That's why we were able to come here in the first place. Anyway, Master, we're gonna beat the Amaterasu Express Massacre Mystery Labyrinth.
What happens when we beat it?
In every case, there's a hidden truth, and we have to find the truth deep inside this mystery labyrinth. So, if we beat this mystery labyrinth, the truth of that case will be revealed. Naturally, so will the true identity of the killer. Now,
We'll discover the
Why
killer's
do I
identity
keep
too?
clicking it out?
you couldn't solve it in reality, so we're solving it in this alternate universe. They're two sides of the same coin. But whether or not you discover the truth depends on the person entering the labyrinth. The more complex the mystery is in the real world, the more complex the maze will be too.
Makes
Killers
sense.
in real-world cases throw whatever obstacles they can at investigators, right? Those are also materialized into the maze, so this is gonna be a tough battle.
So, you're saying there are traps in there?
Yep. Looks like you're finally getting it. Now that I've explained it all, let's head into the dungeon.
Hold on. I don't understand any of this.
She just explained it.
Seriously, you don't get it?
A mystery labyrinth is a maze based on a real mystery. This one is formed from the murder on the Amaterasu Express.
Yep, you're right so far.
So, if there's always a hidden truth inside a mystery labyrinth, if we keep going, the Amaterasu Express case will be solved?
Yep, you totally get it.
What? I don't get anything! This makes no logical sense!
Sheesh. This is why you're a benchwarmer detective. You're in an alternate universe and hung up on details.
I'm honestly with
course I am.
Shinigami on this one. Like,
Okay, I'll explain more about how it works as we explore the mystery labyrinth. If you have any more questions along the way, stare at my boobs for 8 seconds.
the what?
That'll make all your worries disappear.
No, it won't! Please, explain everything now!
Relax, relax.
Laura.
I'll tell you in due time. Come on, let's go. Time to unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Sorry, I forgot to mention the important keys. Whoopsie.
Keys? You mean for opening doors in the dungeon?
Yeah, something like that, but keys in the mystery labyrinth are used to break through mysteries. They're called solution keys, and they're essential to clear the mystery labyrinth.
Okay.
So, where do I find them?
Solution keys are materialized clues for a case. Normally, you'd get them during the investigation. You kinda had to rush through the investigation this time around, so let's briefly review the case. For starters, try to recall all that happened on board the Amaterasu Express.
The Amaterasu Express? The Amaterasu Express is the only method of transportation in Kanai Ward. It's an automated, unmanned train with 5 cars. Its doors won't open while in motion, and windows are fixed in place. There were no stops before our destination, so the train kept moving until it arrived at the station. A monitor in the backup control room displays the operation log, and there was no record of the train stopping.
What the heck?
Here's your solution key.
Okay.
So this is a solution key. But why did it come out of your mouth?
What do you mean? So I don't have to use my hands. I worked really hard developing this method.
You put thought into this?
So that's how words and events you think are clues get transformed into solution keys. Let's keep reviewing what happened in this case.
Alright, I'll do my best. The incident occurred inside the Amaterasu Express while it was still moving. Including myself, there were 6 master detectives on board. Aphex and Poochie's abilities confirmed there were no other passengers on the train.
I forgot about that detail. Yeah, okay.
And who died first again?
It was Zilch, in the first car's infirmary. I noticed smoke pouring through the crack of the door, and looking through the window, I saw a knife stuck in Zilch's chest. The infirmary was on fire, so smoke quickly filled the whole area. I hurried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge because it was locked.
Does that mean this was a locked room mystery?
Not really. There's a chance the killer had a duplicate key.
That's no fun.
Anyway, I broke the door's window and unlocked the door from the inside to enter the infirmary. By then, Zilch's corpse had burnt to a crisp. I wanted to alert the others, so I moved to the second car. But I found Melamie's corpse there. I think she was set on fire with the liquor in the dining car.
Ooh, a flambe! A human flambe.
Okay.
That reminds me, something was off about car 2. Right before the train entered the tunnel, there was a strange shaking.
Isn't that from entering the tunnel? It's like air pressure. Wind stuff.
And there was a blackout right after, although it only lasted a moment.
Yeah. What was up with that blackout? Was there one on the other side of the tunnel too?
No, when we exited the tunnel, there was shaking again, but no blackout. There was something else too. Something that happened when we were in the 4th car.
I wonder if that's a clue.
Okay, and shaking and the train got into the tunnel. There was another shaking and the train exited the tunnel.
And the next corpse was the little girl in the 3rd car?
It was
Yeah,
Poochie.
it was Poochie. Another burnt body. Just like the first 2 cars.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a secret base thing in the 3rd car?
You mean the backup control system? I remember something about that. The control system automatically manages the electricity within the train. When the main control system fails, it will switch to the backup system after 1 second.
So it did switch to the backup system.
You may have amnesia, but you've got a pretty good memory. Anything else you can remember?
I did notice that the backup control system was actually operating. And if the backup was on, that means the main system was down, right?
Yeah. Which
What
would
do you
be what
think about that?
the like brief blackout was.
train never stopped, so it doesn't change the fact that no one could get in or out, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Next, you found the geezer's corpse in the fourth car, right? He was also covered in burns. Was there anything strange about that corpse?
He didn't have any external wounds, but he was holding the cell phone he uses for his photography ability.
Oh yeah, that useless ability. It's basically no better than a dash cam. Anyway, forget about the geezer for now. Don't want that old man smell haunting my memories.
My body has been burnt to a crisp. Created this recorded image. It was saved in the cell phone found on his corpse.
Next and last is the fifth car. Come on, try to remember it.
The body we found in the fifth car was completely charred. It was impossible to tell who it was. But
Yep.
the necklace around the corpse's neck confirmed it was Aphex.
But the necklace wasn't burned at all.
We also discovered a stab wound to the
Yeah,
chest.
it's like clean. Or maybe it's not that clean. I think I see ash on it a little.
Also, judging by things like the plate on the wall, the fifth car appeared to be far more burnt than the other cars.
Maybe the room ended up like that because the victim was on fire and running around trying to put it out.
Oh, and the blood on the interior lock of the fifth car's infirmary is an important clue, I think.
Uh-huh. So, I guess that does it for our review of the case?
Wait, there was something else. After the train arrived at the station, according to the Peacekeepers' reports, they all burned to death. But that part seems off to me.
Yeah. I think two people
And
were
they also
stabbed.
mentioned there was a knockout drug mixed into the drinks in the dining car.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, I think that's everything of note.
What a big catch! This should be enough solution keys to solve it.
But I still don't know how to use them.
Master, you worry too much. I'm sure it'll turn out fine. Solution keys are important to solving mysteries. Yours truly is important too.
Solution key is a manifestation of clues related to a case. You can acquire or update one by investigating the case and moving the story
Sure
along.
hope you got all that down.
Acquired solution keys can be viewed in the notebook menu. Try checking one out if a mystery labyrinth becomes too difficult to solve. There's bound to be some useful information.
Shinigami's Tutorial Corner!
Labyrinth skills are abilities that can help you clear mystery labyrinths. Acquire them by spending skill points, which you get when your detective rank increases.
Hey, Master! Do you need a power-up?
Labyrinth skills can be checked and acquired in the abilities section of the notebook
Set
menu.
whichever skills suit you best.
You can activate labyrinth skills by setting them, but it requires memory costs, so pay attention to how much you have left.
Time to head off in search of the truth. Let's solve this thing.
Will things really turn out fine?
Well, she's already going. You don't have much choice but to follow. Or she'll probably get grumpy. Okay.
So, this is the mystery labyrinth. It sure looks creepy. Hey, if we keep going, will we really get to the truth?
Come on, would I lie to you? I told you the deepest part of the labyrinth holds the truth, right? So, let's go. I'm so horny for mysteries right now.
Jesus.
What?
How to write this down?
There are places in the mystery labyrinth where the path just goes on and on. You can't move on until the scene plays out, so keep following the path until it does. Oh. Okay. It just keeps going. Okay, got it.
Hey, did something move just now?
Oh, that's a cube.
Ooh, is that a monster living in the Mystery Labyrinth?
They're not exactly monsters. You are part of the Mystery Labyrinth itself. They're what materialize the mysteries. You have no intelligence or autonomy. All they do is manifest the mysteries in the labyrinths.
So I'm literally just meant to keep going.
But
Really?
since you are here to defeat mysteries, they're kinda like obstacles.
So in other words, they're the enemy.
Of course, as a detective seeking the truth, mysteries are your greatest enemy.
Okay. So there's really nothing I can do? Oh! Changes! This is different! The corridor of Inferno! Oh. Hello?
What is that?
Ah, I see.
What the? There are monsters here!
That's a mystery phantom.
A mystery phantom? What's that?
I told you that cues make mysteries materialize, right? Well, if there's someone in the real world trying to interfere with the case, that person also materializes. That's a mystery phantom.
Interfering with the case?
I'd believe
Hey,
it.
doesn't he kind of look like Swank of the Peacekeepers?
If the Peacekeepers are tied up in this, then maybe this incident has something to do with Amaterasu Corporation.
You're the culprit.
Huh?
Oh. Okay.
Since all the other passengers on the train are dead, you're the only one who could have done the crime. So you're the culprit. That's the truth behind this case.
Swank of the Peacekeepers is such a funny line. That's
Master, he's
bad.
trying to frame you to bury the case. If you can't get past this, you can't reach the truth.
What do I do? Should I just run away?
A detective doesn't run from a mystery. You gotta defeat him.
Defeat him? How?
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Huh?
Just say, I am.
I am!
Oh. What is happening? Huh? Okay.
What? A sword?
I call it the Solution Blade. It's a sword with special powers to affect things inside the Mystery Labyrinth. Use that to boom kill the Mystery Phantom. Let's do this!
Whoa, slow down! How do I use this?
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, what you take here is nothing to sniff at. It's not like an injury in the real world, but still. The more and more your mind realizes you've been hurt here, oh boy. You'll wind up brain dead. It'll be game over, time to start from the beginning again. No one wants that, so you'd better be super careful.
Okay.
Come on, pay attention.
Okay. I'm facing them and Risk, when the stamina runs out, so be careful as you uncover the truth. Okay. I'm going to assume this isn't going to be that hard because it's the first one and I literally just got thrown into it. We're also still loading. Okay.
I'll tell you, a mystery
Dodge upward, dodge downward, dodge left, dodge right. Rebuttal. During the Riesling deathmatch, a mystery phantom will attack while making statements about the case.
Dodge!
Being hit by a statement means taking damage. To move up, down, left, and right to avoid it, track it carefully and
Come on,
dodge.
pay attention!
If you dodge a statement at the very last second, it becomes a daring dodge. The more daring dodges you make, the bigger the bonus you'll get later, so give it a shot
Don't
at
you
the
forget!
guns. Bonus for successful daring dodges is based on the max amount you can dodge in one cycle. Basically, there's a cap on how much you
Don't
can get.
let any shady statements slip by.
Inflammable statements give you a chance to counterattack. Statements might contain a contradiction. Slash through it with the solution blade and fight back against the phantoms.
Master doesn't make mistakes, right?
You're gonna pick the right solution key.
Right?
Ooh. Sounds like another murder-solving game I know. Except those were bullets. Key is already set in the solution blade this time, so find the contradictory inflammable statement and slash it.
Slash those suspicious statements!
Destroy it, damage the mystery phantom. Okay.
Oh.
Missing the timing means taking damage to some friendly guys. Okay, dodge rebuttals here.
No need to draw this out. You're the culprit behind this case. You murdered 5 bastard detectives. That's the only explanation.
I can jump that.
Everyone else is dead. You're the only one who could have done the crime.
That's inflammatory. Inflammatory? I think that was the word they used.
No! There's no way I could have done it! I wasn't conscious the whole time because I drank the drugged coffee in the dining car.
It's no use. Your deduction is wrong.
Master, it's time for the solution key.
There are more solution and keys to choose from. Solution key removed there. Switch solution keys here. Keys will change between RDMs. Use the correct key and slash through the contradiction in the inflammable
You
state.
better not be skimming over this.
Okay. Using this, but attacking with the wrong solution key means taking damage. Oh! Photography image. Yes. Confirm.
Throughout the whole time. Ridiculous. You're the culprit. You knew it was drugged.
No.
That's how you avoided being knocked out. Other detectives were drugged. You went around killing them all.
Nope. Hey, I did the thing.
You're busted.
No.
Took the laced coffee and only pretended to drink it.
No.
This is the truth! Zonge's photography footage showed me drinking the coffee. That proves I wasn't faking anything!
Yay! We won. I took damage once.
Did I defeat it?
See? No matter how weak you are, things will turn out fine, as long as I'm here.
He tried to frame me as the culprit.
Guess that's what Amaterasu Corp is doing. They want to set you up and call it a day. That's why the peacekeepers barged in as soon as the train hit the station. They probably planned this.
So they knew what was going to happen. Then the culprit works for Amaterasu?
Or someone hired by them. Either way, the peacekeepers want to hide who did it.
So the reason Control Headquarters didn't respond to the emergency calls was because of Amaterasu.
Probably. Now that we know what they're aiming for, we're one step closer to the truth. Let's keep this up and unriddle this mystery labyrinth so we can get to the truth.
You're awfully casual about this. My life is at stake here. I understand now that the Mystery Labyrinth is the case's mysteries given shape. What do you do here, Shinigami?
Simply put, I'm the one and only cutie that can directly interact with the Mystery Labyrinth. The progress you've made in the Mystery Labyrinth and solving those mysteries here, it's all thanks to me.
Okay. No, never mind. I was like, oh, thought. No, that's not how this works.
How are you able to do this?
I don't know what to tell you. I've always been able to do this, so I forgot how. More importantly, you got drugged and knocked out. You are so pitiful, Master. No wonder you're waddling around like a toddler.
I thought I was dizzy because I've got this weird ghost thing haunting me.
Huh? Making a pact with me won't make you dizzy. It just reduces your lifespan by a lot.
Oh, you're kidding, right? Right?
Anyway, who do you think is the culprit, Master? You have any guesses?
If the drinks were drugs in the dining car, the culprit must have been on the train before anyone else.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, so then all you have to do is ask around and figure out what order everyone got on board.
Everyone's dead!
Oh, wait a minute. You can't, because they're all dead!
You aren't taking this very seriously, are you?
Oh, okay. When are they gonna throw at me now?
This place. Whoa. The path is forked in two. Which way should I go?
This fork in the path is also a materialized mystery, so you should know which way to go if you solve it. First, let's clarify what mystery this is exactly.
Huh? How do you do that?
Like this.
She's got a scythe!
Huh? Blood! Blood!
Quit overreacting, Master. This is a mystery labyrinth. It's fine. Anyway, take a look. I'll use the blood of the Truth Seeker as a conduit to expose the mystery blocking the path.
Is the culprit one of the 6
Is
on the
that
train?
a question?
That's the mystery standing in your way. You just need to pick the right path and head on through.
6 on the train. It must mean the 6 master detectives, including me, right? If I don't think the culprit is among the 6 on the train, then I should take the right path, which says no. But if I think the culprit is one of the 6 on board, I need to take the left path that says yes. Which is it?
Because I've been swearing up and down that it was someone hiding in the 5th car. Because they said the door was broken, the door clearly wasn't broken, all of that. But again, Poochie and Aphex both used their abilities and said that there was no one, like, on the train. So I don't know.
There's only one truth. Then... Master?
What do you think is right? It's time to see if your deductions are up to snuff.
You definitely want to remember this.
Review the info. Audio aptitude proved there were no other passengers aside from the 6 on the Amaterasu Express. So, unless there was someone who could hide their presence, but Poochie was very much like, well, they can't hide their heartbeat. So, I'm going to say yes.
So, you think the culprit is one of the 6 on the train, right?
Right here!
Is that good?
Let's go.
How do I know if I was wrong?
Can I go through now?
Oh, you got it right? Not bad at all, Master.
Hi.
Ah! Something happened. Why? Did I make the wrong choice?
It's trying to bury the truth again. Go get him, Master.
I can't tell if I was right or wrong. I don't know if I was right or wrong. Okay.
Your deduction is wrong. Other than the 6 on the train, you must have had an accomplice.
Okay.
The truth.
We're okay. I picked the right thing. Shinigami said you got it right, but she said it with a question mark.
2 master detectives used their abilities to prove that only 6 people were on the train. If it was only one person, they could have been lying or an imposter. But 2 of them means there can be no mistake.
Unless they're working together, which is unlikely.
Wrong! Your reasoning is completely off.
Let's do the death report operation.
What good?
I'm gonna guess this.
Does that testimony even do? Your accomplice just wasn't there when those 2 checked. But came aboard after them.
Good.
So what if the windows don't open? While everyone doubt, you secretly stopped the train and let your partner
Perfect.
board.
Let's flash through this mystery. The backup control room's operation log showed that the train never stopped. And the doors won't open unless the train stops.
Oh my god.
So it's impossible for someone to have gotten on during
His
the trip.
head, his head turns into like an exclamation mark. It's a question mark, normally it turned into an exclamation mark. Oh my god. Oh. Nope, he's gone. Okay. Just in his character portrait though, not in his like character model. Oh, that's great.
Looks like you're getting the hang of this, Master. You've learned to ruthlessly cut down any who stand in your way.
You make it sound like I'm the bad guy here. Hey, I was wondering, if the Mystery Labyrinth is trying to block people from seeking the truth, wouldn't it reject my answers, even if they're right?
That's a valid question.
Maybe the questions themselves could be lies.
No chance. A mystery labyrinth has no self-will. It can't lie or create things not based on the real-world mystery.
Okay.
This place is a direct manifestation of a mystery. You can always progress as long as you keep solving it. In that sense, the labyrinth is fair. It won't cheat you.
I see. That's a relief.
By the way, about the culprit being one of the 6 of you, How could the culprit commit the crime when all the other passengers besides you were dead?
I guess that's something we've got to figure out. Oh, hi Shinigami. She just popped in. Oh, another door.
Another fork in the road.
This is how we reach the truth. It reflects how problems are really solved, doesn't it?
Well,
There's one
I
door
don't
shaped like an
know
ice
if
cream
I've
cone.
ever actually solved a mystery on my own.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
goddammit.
You just need to solve the mystery in front of us.
Everyone was dead, so how did the culprit play it off? Pull it off. This time, yours truly is gonna help think it through. You just leave all the heavy lifting to your lovely Mystery Labyrinth guide. Really? That'd be a big help. Because I've been thinking it's this, but I don't know for certain.
Come on.
Still thinking here, don't choose yet. I guess I'll think about the opposite door.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Master, leave this to me. This has to be the right answer. Follow me.
Hey, wait!
The culprit just played dead. Because if they did commit suicide after the crime, they'd be dead right now.
Yeah, but all the bodies were
And
burned.
that's no fun at all.
That's your reasoning? Wait, what's this chain?
I told you we share mind and body. The chain is proof of that. Our relationship can never be broken apart.
That's terrible!
Please, you should consider yourself lucky you're being haunted by a cutie like me.
I was laughing at the
I'm
music.
so tired. I pulled you up here, so you can walk the rest of the way yourself.
There's like a particular like little thing, and I'm like, yeah, you can tell who made the music for this game.
Didn't ask you to do that.
Off we go again.
So you think this path will lead toward the truth, right?
No idea. This is a labyrinth. It's pretty common to encounter dead ends.
Well, there's a door up ahead. In the distance.
Whoa! Watch out!
I think we went the wrong way.
You see? What did I tell you? Dead end.
Don't sound so proud of yourself. You chose this path, Shinigami.
If it's a dead end, maybe the culprit wasn't just plain dead.
They were all burnt to a crisp. As Wrath said, every time we encountered a new body. Quispy.
I searched all 5 bodies, and they were, without a doubt, dead.
Oh, so the answer isn't play dead. Let's turn back.
You changed your mind already?
Exploring all possibilities is an important part of beating a mystery labyrinth. I'm so awesome.
There are cows just floating in the air.
By the way, I did say I can guide you through the mystery labyrinth, but I'm not that good at solving mysteries.
You could have said that a little earlier.
I just want to help. I like when you rely on me, Master.
Anyway, what's going on in the real world while we're in the mystery labyrinth?
Time has stopped on the other side. We're sort of set apart from the normal flow of time while we're here. In other words, you're still surrounded by peacekeepers.
So if we return without solving the mystery, we'll just be captured.
As a result, this murder case will remain unsolved and linger in people's memories as a serious crime. Naturally, this mystery labyrinth will also survive. And that creates an even bigger problem.
Which is?
Leaving a case unsolved means that it will go down in history that way. The more bizarre a mystery is, the more it attracts people's interest. And the more people rack their brains about that mystery, the bigger the mystery labyrinth gets. Eventually, the mystery labyrinth would gain enough power to start affecting the real world.
That doesn't
It would
sound
implant
good.
insidious ideas into people's minds, creating more murderers and, in turn, new mystery labyrinths. Labyrinths can create endless cycles. That's why it's best to cut it off as soon as possible.
It sounds way more daunting than I thought.
That is dramatic. Ice cream time it is!
Finally back. The other route is commit suicide after the crime. There's no other option, so it has to be the right answer.
Was it Zilch? Because the fire for Zilch was still active. That's the only thing I can think of.
Careful.
And Zilch was one of two whose abilities we didn't see. I don't doubt he was a master detective, but you know, the
But to
ability thing
commit
was a big
suicide
thing.
after the crime would mean... After killing the other four, the culprit killed themselves, right? Is that really the right answer?
The mystery labyrinth's routes represent logical deduction. If there's only one route, it's the only possibility. I think the only option left is the culprit off himself. We just need to find that suicidal pest.
Oh, it stopped shifting. I'm about to run into another... Oh,
Ah! What's going on here?
that's a minecart! Okay.
This is part of the mystery materializing. You just need to solve it.
Oh, bye!
Concentrate.
What are we doing now?
Come on, concentrate, concentrate.
Who was the last person to die during this incident? The culprit.
If the culprit committed suicide after the crime, then the last person that died should be the culprit.
I'm realizing what this is,
Because they wouldn't be able
similar
to kill
to.
someone else if they off themselves already. Nice work. Come on, let's try again.
who set fire to the dead culprit? They'd have to do it themselves.
Must be it. Of course, the person who started the fires must be the culprit.
All five burned to death, so the culprit who died last totally burned themselves. Come on, let's try again.
Who was the last person to be burned to death? My guess was Zilch.
The one who burned the other four, then set themselves on fire, is Zilch.
Bingo! You did it, Master! But you know, setting aside
This is
the
like that
idea
one,
that
like,
the culprit was the last to
boarding
die,
one
why
in
would it be
Danganronpa.
Detective Four Eyes? Didn't we discover his body first?
Yeah,
According
but
to the peacekeepers, the victims all burned to death, right? But when we first found Zilch in Car 1, he wasn't burnt yet. If that's the case, that means he must have burned to death after that. Although, everyone else we found after him had already died from burns.
Alright. So if they all burned to death, then the last one who died could be Detective Four Eyes.
I think the culprit killed everyone in the opposite order of how we found their corpses.
that would make sense.
Starting from Car 5, he killed them in order one by one, then set himself on fire in Car 1.
So, Detective Four Eyes is without a doubt the culprit. But he committed suicide, huh?
The door!
We're going through?